Hey guys, Bill here from DFS Fantasy Factory. Going to go over the December 29th DraftKings picks for NBA for tonight. Had a pretty good night last night. We're back to winning again here. Won NBA, we won the last 3 days in a row, and NFL, 4 out of the last 5 weeks we've won. So if you want to get access to my best lineup each night, you can join the email list for all. I basically make a lineup for all main NBA and NFL slates a half hour before lock. I'll send them out. To get on that email list, all you gotta do is hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel so you get my future videos, and post your favorite player of tonight's slate in the comments section. Once you've done that, you can go down to the description, and there's a link to join the email list so you can start receiving those full lineups. Also, in the description, there's a link for the DFSArmy, which is the tools that I use to create my lineups. I have a promotional code down there so that you can get a discount on your membership. If you play daily fantasy sports every day, DFSArmy is definitely the way to go. I've tried quite a few different memberships with different places, and DFSArmy basically has everything you need. They have coaches to help you pick your players throughout the day. They have every tool you could need, research station, lineup optimizer. They actually have tools where it correlates the players together on NFL. Like if you pick Tom Brady, it'll let you know that like Julius Edelman and whoever else is correlated with his points. So it's got a correlation tool. It's got all kinds of cool stuff. But anyways, we'll go ahead and jump into this. If you want, like I said, if you want access to that, I got my promotional code down in the description for DFSArmy and the link as well. For point guard for tonight, we're going to go with Harden versus New Orleans. His pricing is 11,400 tonight. He's got the highest point total on the board of 228, which is expected to be a very competitive game with a low point spread. So should be a lot of scoring. Should be a pretty close game. Great matchup for Harden with New Orleans is ranked 25th in the league against guards. Harden's hit 60 in his last 4 games, so definitely need some Harden in the lineups. I'd like to try to get Anthony Davis and Harden in tonight's lineup, but we'll have to see if there's enough value on the board to be able to do that. For shooting guard, we got Satoransky versus Charlotte. 3,300, great pick for his price without ball. 3,300 with getting a lot of minutes. Playing really well. He scored 24 DraftKings points last night, which is over 6x his value. So you definitely pay down 3,300 and get 6, 7x. Charlotte ranks 24th in the league versus opposing point guards, so it's also a great matchup for him in what should be a high-scoring competitive game. He played 39 minutes without Wall last night, so hopefully he can get between 35 and 40 minutes again tonight. Maybe even get us closer to 30 points with 30 DK points with this better matchup tonight. And then for small forward, we got Eric Gordon versus New Orleans. I've been kind of riding out Eric Gordon a little bit these last couple days just because he's consistent. He's basically been hitting 5x every day for the last 4 games. He's had 30 DraftKings points in his last 4 games. Definitely a lock pretty much for 5x value. And I didn't really like a lot of other players on the small forward list on DraftKings, so definitely seems like Eric Gordon would be a good pick for tonight, just to definitely make sure I get at least 5x in the small forward spot. There was a couple other guys too. I think Ingles, he seemed like a good pick too, but for 500 more, you can have Eric Gordon. Should be a high total on the board and competitive game, so maybe we can get lucky here and maybe Gordon will hit 6x value tonight instead of the 5x that he's normally been getting. For power forward, we got 3,900 for Jeff Green with Otto Porter and Wall out. I've been liking this play. He has been getting more minutes since Otto has been out, and he gets a little bit more usage bump with Wall off the floor, which of course most of the players on Washington does. But for his price, 3,900, he got his 25 DK points last night, and he only needs 20 for 5x value, so he was at like over 6x value. Definitely a cheap play, and I'm looking for these cheap plays so I can try to get Harden and Anthony Davis both in the lineup tonight. For center, obviously I've already talked about him. DraftKings, 11,200. Obvious pick. He scored 60 plus DK points in his last 4 games with 84 last night. Also, the last time he played Houston, he scored 77 in that matchup. So definitely a great play. Highest point total on the board, competitive game. 77 last game, 84 last night. It's definitely a great spot for him. The only downside is the back-to-back. So that'd be the only reason to fade Davis. But I think if you fade Davis, I think it's almost like suicide to your lineup. But make that decision for yourself. That's the 5 players that I'm really liking tonight, and that I'll probably try to get involved in my get some exposure to tonight. Here we got 5 out of 8 players. Like I said, if you want the other 3 players, you want a full lineup from me, I'll send it out a half hour before lock. I do a lot of research throughout the day to try to get the best lineup that I possibly can send out. Like I said, all you gotta do is hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, and post your favorite player in the comment section below. And once you've done so, just hit that link in the description to join the email list. And like I said, if you want to use the same tools that I do to create these lineups, I got a promotional code in the description so you can get a discount on DFSArmy membership. I actually I was always losing money on DraftKings, honestly, until I became a DFSArmy member. And I mean, I'm not just saying that, like I truly believe in what they do. They update their research station all throughout the day, so if an injury comes out on a player, they'll bump up the usage rate, projected usage rate for that player that's affected, and their lineup optimizer will also reflect, injuries throughout the day, pretty much like right on time. I mean, if you see an injury and you generate a lineup 20 minutes later, usually it reflects that injury. So I like what they do. I think that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I'll be doing some research throughout the day trying to get a good lineup for tonight. So good luck to everybody, and hope you all have a good DraftKings tonight. See you in the next video.